Good morning again from the North Pennines. It's a bit of a blustery and grey day up here today. Hopefully it will stay dry. Just on a short walk today, probably not going to do a huge amount of filming. No time lapse today, but Henry and I, there's a little fella, we're going to go for a wander up the hill behind us. It looks like a nice path at the minute. I don't think that's going to be like that for long. We're going up to try and find a trig point called Five Pikes today, so let's go. So we're just making our way along this track. We'll get up to this gate. I get the feeling the path is probably going to vanish not far after that. Henry there, he's very keen to get in front, wants to get off the lead. We won't do yet, we'll get a lie of the land. He is pulling me around like buggery there. Cheeky little dog, aren't you? So we managed to follow the track up this far, pretty straightforward. But from now on I think it's going to get a little bit more tricky, because it actually appears that the track we've been following was basically coming to these grouse butts here. I think we've shown you some of these before. This is a pretty good example, quite a solid one. Henry wants to go in and see if he can beat anyone out of there. But from now on we're still heading over in that direction, which is sort of the same way we came, but it looks like the track has run out now. So I think we'll just be heading up towards the hill that you can see in the distance there. Looks like I am still following a path this way though, so that's something. I've already had to change one battery. We're only a few minutes into the walk. I didn't actually charge these ones up, and I'm on my older GoPro with some older batteries today. So this may or may not work out at all, this whole thing, but let's carry on as my arm gets yanked in all directions. See you in a bit. I think I'm still roughly following. I don't know if this is the path we're on here. You can see it looks a bit like it, but there's loads of bits that look a bit like a path. So once again, thanks to the OS Maps app, what we're going to do here is just pull up the phone and see I'm slightly off to the side there by the looks of it, but pretty much still following it in the right direction, so I'll assume that's good. We're away from the sheep for a little bit, so I've let him off for a while, and we appear to have found a better track again. I can see it, you might be able to see it following all the way up there, so hopefully we'll be able to follow that up, and then we won't be too far from the trig point. Should be a fairly short walk. You can see it is pretty hazy up here. Not going to get the best of views up here from the top today, but it's lovely to be doing it nonetheless. It's actually a pretty good path now. Glad we found it. I reckon we'll be up to the top even quicker than anticipated. So we've followed that track along there now, that sort of grassy path. It got pretty boggy in the last few stretches, but now we're sort of up, we're joining a proper track which is going to head up in that direction behind me there, up onto the hill in the background, which is Five Pikes, our destination. Still wandering along the track at the minute. We'll let Henry off for a short while. He's just having a bit of fun, being pretty good. There are some sheep just up in front of us though, so he's going back on in a second, but I just thought I'd show you that we're still working our way there, and the trig point is just up in front there, so at some point fairly soon we're going to cut off this track and go off-road. So we've come to a point now, the paved track carries on that way. It looks like the official foot byway carries on that way, but the trig point's up there. It doesn't go all the way up, there's no path that goes all the way up to it, so at some point we'd have to just go off-road. So that's what we're going to go and do now. Okay Henry, up we go. Well, it's quite windy, but we're almost here. Didn't take too long, it wasn't too difficult to get across there at all. Here we are, coming right up to the trig point at Five Pikes. He's having fun up here. Come on, boy. We've taken a detour coming down from the grouse butts to come and look at sort of a little bell pit here. You can see this little lump in the distance up in the horizon. You can see it from way off. But there's fencing around it, which suggested to me that it might have been a slightly dangerous one, and sure enough, you have this vague concrete cap over what is otherwise a great big hole, not very well secured, down into the ground. Thank God they've got the fence around it. I zoomed in there, I'm not going to go in any closer. Going to take another little detour off the track here now, again with Henry securely on the lead, because this looks like another bell shaft coming up here. Another one that's probably got an even dodgier, potentially by the looks of it from the distance, bit of protection over it. This is one of the things you do have to be aware of when walking in the North Pennines. Just going to put Henry on the shorter lead now, just before we get up on to have a look, because I can see, if you can't yet, that we have this. There is a bit of metal covering over it, but turn that over, stretching it up. That's quite a abrupt little shaft. You certainly wouldn't want anyone or anything to be going down there. There's the car just down there though, so we're going to step well away and go to that. Well, there we go, that's me just about done with another walk. I hope you liked it. We're almost back to the main road and then down to the car. It is very windy. Let's hope this fancy new microphone is helping buffet some of the noise. Well, but thanks for sharing another little walk in the North Pennines with me. If you did like this, you know the drill. Thank you very much. There we go, Henry. What do you think? Did you have a good walk? Sit. Yeah, you want to say goodbye? Goodbye, everybody.